She showed up on a Thursday, unannounced, with food that required no decisions from me, and sat on the floor of my living room without needing me to be anything in particular. She didn't ask the questions that need answering. She just was there in the way that matters. And I ate the food she brought without performing, and felt held without being held accountable. The friendship that shows up on a Thursday with food and no agenda and a floor to sit on is the kind that you remember in the years after as the specific kindness of the specific time with food and nothing else, nothing else. The friend who came without requiring the performance with food and nothing else, nothing else. Just the floor and the eating and the being there. Thursday night, Thursday night, the unexpected kindness of the unannounced arrival with food and nothing else, nothing else. She came. We talked about some things and not the main thing, and the main thing sat between us, known and quiet. And she left at 10 with the easy goodbye that people leave when they've done what they came to do. And I washed the containers that she brought the food in, and felt the warmth of the thing that had just happened, and thought about the version of friendship that knows when to come and what to bring. The friendship that shows up on a Thursday with food and no agenda and a floor to sit on is the kind that you remember in the years after as the specific kindness of the specific time with food and nothing else, nothing else. The friend who came without requiring the performance with food and nothing else, nothing else. Just the floor and the eating and the being there. Thursday night, Thursday night, the unexpected kindness of the unannounced arrival with food and nothing else, nothing else. She came, Thursday. She came with food. She came, nothing else. She came, and I didn't have to perform. She came, just the floor and the eating with food and nothing else. She came with food. The friend who came without requiring the performance with food. Nothing else, nothing else. Just the floor and the eating and the being there. Thursday night, Thursday night, the unexpected kindness of the unannounced arrival with food and nothing else, nothing else. She came, she came Thursday night. She came with food and nothing else. She came. The shared friends are the most complicated part, the ones who were ours before they were mine or yours, who navigate the after with the careful neutrality of people who love both sides of a divided thing. I watch them work at the choreography, the invitations that include one and not the other, the events that are decided by who needs it more, and the events that include us both with careful spacing. I don't want anyone to choose a side, and I'm grateful that nobody has been asked to, but the overlap is a permanent complication that the clean ending didn't account for. We had the same friends, the same friends, the overlap that outlasted the relationship. We had the same friends, the same friends, who love us both and navigate accordingly. Share and divide, share and divide, the social geography of the unclean ending. We had the same The polite version of people who were something and now perform as something else for audiences. It was fine in the way that things are fine, when fine is what the audience requires. And I drove home thinking about performance and the thing beneath the performance that still costs. I don't want anyone to choose a side, and I'm grateful that nobody has been asked to. But the overlap is a permanent complication that the clean ending didn't account for. We had the same friends, the same friends, the overlap that outlasted the relationship. We had the same friends, the same friends, who love us both and navigate accordingly. Share and divide, share and divide, the social geography of the unclean ending. We had the same friends, the same friends, still do, the overlap, still do, the shared friends. We had the same friends, still do, and they manage it, still do, love and care. Had the same friends, still do. We had the same friends, the overlap that outlasted the relationship. We had the same friends, who love us both and navigate accordingly. Share and divide, the social geography of the unclean ending. We had the same friends, still do, still do, share and divide, still do. We had the same friends, still do. The alarm goes off at 7:15, and I lie there calculating what comes next. 8 hours of other people's priorities before the evening lets me be myself again. I've gotten good at this, the getting up, the coffee and the coat and the commute, the professional performance of a person who is entirely fine and on their way. By the time I reach the office, I've assembled the version of myself that meets the day. And Monday morning is the longest distance between who I am and who I need to be. Already counting down from Monday morning to the Friday feeling. Already counting down the hours until the week releases me. 9 to 5, the arithmetic of days I trade for living. Already counting down from Monday. The colleagues arrive and the meeting starts, and I take the notes I always take on Mondays. And somewhere in the taking of the notes, I wonder who decided this was adulthood. Not with resentment, just with curiosity. The kind you get when something's been so long that you've forgotten why you started doing it, and kept on doing it because you do. By the time I reach the office, I've assembled the version of myself that meets the day. And Monday morning is the longest distance between who I am and who I need to be. Already counting down from Monday morning to the Friday feeling. Already counting down the hours until the week releases me. 9 to 5, the arithmetic of days I trade for a living. Already counting down from Monday, the longest day. From Monday counting down from Monday to Friday. Already counting down, already counting down from Monday morning to the Friday feeling. Already counting down the hours until the week releases me. Of days I trade for a living. Already counting down from Monday. From Monday 9 to 5. From Monday. Already counting from Monday. We stopped talking in the way that people stop. Not all at once, but one less text per week. Until the week became a thing without us in it, and neither one of us moved to fill the gap. The silence grew the way silences do, in the space where something used to make a noise. And by the time I noticed it was large, it was too large to speak across without help. The silence between two people who love each other has a texture the regular silence doesn't. It's full of all the things that could be said, and quiet in the specific way of choice. The long silence between two people who ran out of how to. The long silence, the gap that grew because we let it grow. Week by week, week by week, the distance we built quietly between us. The long silence is where we are. I've picked up the phone to end it several times and found no words that fit the opening, because the opening requires acknowledging the size of what we've let accumulate. And so the silence keeps its size, and I keep being on my side of it, and somewhere you are on yours, and the gap between us holds us both. The silence between two people who love each other has a texture the regular silence doesn't. It's full of all the things that could be said, and quiet in the specific way of choice. The long silence between two people who ran out of how to. The long silence, the gap that grew because we let it grow. Week by week, week by week, the distance we built quiet the season more than any other, the specific light and the specific cold. And I never understood it the way you did, until I lost you and inherited your autumn. Now I walk through it more carefully than before, trying to see you with whatever eyes you had. The leaves that you wouldn't name by color, the air that you would have called exactly right. I didn't love this season before you, and I love it now in a way that hurts, because everything I love about it is the thing that you would have shown me if you stayed. I think of you, I think of you, in every autumn that arrives without you in it. I think of you, I think of you, when the light does that specific thing you loved. Cold and cold, cold and cold, the season that you gave me when you left it. I think of you, I think of you in autumn. I've started noticing the things you noticed, the way the low light hits the trees at 4, the smell that autumn has before the evening, that you would stop mid-sentence for sometimes, and I stop mid-sentence for it now as well, which might be grief or might be something else, the borrowing of someone's way of seeing that becomes your own, so slowly you don't notice. I didn't love this season before you, and I love it now in a way that hurts, because everything I love about it is the thing that you would have shown me if you stayed. I think of you, I think of you, in every autumn that arrives without you in it. I think of you, I think of you, when the light does that specific thing you love. Cold and cold, cold and cold, the season that you gave me when you left it. I think of you, I think of you in autumn, every year. In autumn, your favorite light, autumn, I think of you in autumn. And in all the seasons I think of you, because you changed how I see all of them. I think of you, I think of you, I think of you, in every autumn that arrives without you in it. I think of you, I think of you, when the light does that specific thing you love. Cold and cold, cold and cold, the season that you gave me when you left it. I think of you, I think of you in autumn, cold and cold in autumn. I think of you in autumn. In autumn. I used to run these stairs to catch the train, the one that got me there before you left. And now I take them slowly every evening, because there's no one on the other end to reach. The stairs don't know what they were witness to. On all the nights I climb them with a reason, they just keep being stairs the way stairs do, while I keep being someone without urgency. I remember the specific sound of running on these particular stairs in these specific shoes, toward a platform, toward a train, toward you. the urgency of wanting to arrive. I used to run these, used to run these stairs that I now climb without a reason to hurry. I used to run these, used to run these when the other side of speed was you. Step by step, step by step, the weight of every ordinary evening. I used to run these, oh, used to run these. I don't anymore. A girl runs past me going for her train, and I step to the side and let her urgency move through the space where mine used to be, and feel the pain I can't quite put a name to. She disappears around the corner running, and I keep climbing at the pace, and now we're just slower and more careful and less certain of what I'm climbing toward at the top. I remember the specific sound of running on these particular stairs in these specific shoes, toward a platform, toward a train, toward you. The urgency of wanting to arrive. I used to run these, used to run these stairs that I now climb without a reason to hurry. I used to run these, used to run these when the other side of speed was you. Step by step, step by step, the weight of every ordinary evening. I used to run these, oh, used to run these. I don't anymore, I don't anymore. The stairs are just the stairs, I don't anymore run toward anything. I used to run these for you. I don't anymore, just close. I used to run these, used to run these stairs that I now climb without a reason to hurry. I used to run these, used to run these when the other side of speed was you. Step by step, step by step, the weight of every ordinary evening. I used to run these, oh, used to run these. I don't anymore, I don't anymore. Step by step, I used to run these. I don't anymore, I used to run these. I don't. Sunday evening has a different quality from all the other evenings of the week. The specific weight of tomorrow arriving, combined with today still trailing its loose ends. We used to spend it in a particular way that I won't describe because it isn't useful, but I feel the shape of it every Sunday, like a template for the thing that isn't there. The week is ending and the room is quiet, and everything I haven't dealt with is here. Sunday evening with its patient inventory of everything I'm not yet done with feeling. The hardest one, the hardest one. Sunday evening in a room that used to mean something. The hardest one, the hardest one. The 7:30 light that I can't look at straight. Gray and blue, gray and blue. The specific color of this particular missing. The hardest one is Sunday. Monday will come and with it forward motion, the machinery of the week to occupy me. Tuesday through to Friday I can manage. It's the open hours that undo me. Sunday off is nothing to hold on to. No schedule and no colleagues and no deadline. Just the room and me and all this light. And the week that we no longer share together. The week is ending and the room is quiet, and everything I haven't dealt with is here. Sunday evening with this patient inventory of everything I'm not yet done with feeling. The hardest one, the hardest one. Sunday evening in a room that used to mean something. The hardest one, the hardest one. The 7:30 light that I can't look at straight. Gray and blue, oh, gray and blue. The specific color of this particular missing. The hardest one, the hardest one. Is Sunday, is Sunday. Every week is Sunday. When it finds me, it's hardest one. It's Sunday evening, when there's nothing to hold on to but the missing. Sunday, the hardest one, the hardest one. Sunday evening in a room that used to mean something. The hardest one, the hardest one. The 7:30 light that I can't look at straight. Gray and blue, gray and blue. The specific color of this particular mission. The hardest one, the hardest one. Sunday, Sunday. Gray and blue, Sunday. The hardest one. Sunday. The ceiling has become familiar territory. The specific dark of 3 a.m. and after. I've memorized the shape of it completely, and all the hours I spent not sleeping under it. The thoughts arrive in the way they do at 3, without the daylight buffer that protects me. And I host them in the dark without a filter, because 3 a.m. is not a filtered hour. The mind at 3 does what the mind at 3 does, which is revisit everything with a resolution. And I am awake and the thoughts are awake, and the ceiling holds us so without a comment. The thoughts won't stop, thoughts won't stop. The 3 a.m. inventory of everything unresolved. The thoughts won't stop, thoughts won't stop. Your name in the middle of the ceiling dark. Ceiling dark, ceiling dark. The hours between the sleeping and the sleeping. Thoughts won't stop, thoughts won't stop tonight. I've tried the phone and tried the not phone version. I've tried the breathing and the counting down. And somewhere in the trying is the irony. The trying harder is the thing that keeps me up. So I lie with the thoughts and let them run their course, the way you let a fever run its course. And sometime before the light the running stops, and I find sleep in the exhaustion of the thoughts. The mind at 3 does what the mind at 3 does, which is revisit everything with a resolution. And I am awake and the thoughts are awake, and the ceiling holds us all without a comment. Thoughts won't stop, thoughts won't stop. The 3 a.m. inventory of everything unresolved. The thoughts won't stop, thoughts won't stop. Your name in the middle of the ceiling dark. Ceiling dark, ceiling dark. The hours between She said exceeds expectations in 3 categories and meets expectations in the other 2. And I nodded in the way that people nod when the language doesn't match the experience. Exceeds expectations sounds like something good, and in the metrics it is something good. But the expectation it exceeds was set by people I have never spoken to. I wanted to ask who's reviewing the review, and who decided what exceeds looks like, and whether the person giving it will pass the same assessment from my side. What about mine? What about mine? The review of what this year has cost me. What about mine? What about mine? The expectations I had coming in. Meet and exceed, meet and exceed. The language of a life reduced to numbers. What about mine? What about mine? The review. I said thank you and I meant the parts I meant, and took the form home in my bag that evening, and read it on the couch with different eyes than the ones I used inside the meeting, and thought about the version they don't measure, the loyalty, the late nights, the swallowed words, the things that don't fit into categories but cost the most to give consistently. I wanted to ask who's reviewing the review, and who decided what exceeds looks like, and whether the person giving it would pass the same assessment from my side. What about mine? What about mine? The review of what this year has cost me. What about mine? What about mine? The expectations I had coming in. Meet and exceed, meet and exceed. The language of a life reduced to numbers. What about mine? What about mine? The review of what it gave, the review of what it cost. What about mine? The review of the person behind the exceeds expectations. What about mine? What about mine? The review of what this year has cost me. What about mine? What about mine? The expectations I had coming in. Meet and exceed, meet and exceed. The language of a life reduced to numbers. What about mine? What about mine? The review meet and exceed. The review. What about mine? The review. I gave myself an hour in the bath on Thursday, not the 15 minutes that I usually allow, but the full hour with the water stayed warm, and nothing required of me for the duration. I've been allocating 15 minutes to care, and then returning to the things that need the caring. And Thursday was the first time I allocated the full hour without the obligation attached. An hour is the right amount for the kind of rest that requires the body to actually release. The 15-minute version gets you to the surface, and the hour gets you somewhere underneath. An hour with nothing required, nothing required. The bath that lasted until the water cooled properly. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. No obligation for the 60 minutes of the warm. Sink and stay, sink and stay. The full version of the care that 15 misses. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. An hour, but 40 minutes I was somewhere I hadn't been in the recent weeks of the 15-minute version. There's somewhere underneath the surface of the tide, where the tide has been accumulating quietly. And I came out of the bath different from going in the specific way that the full hour makes, and dried off with the towel and felt the difference, and thought I should do that more. An hour is the right amount for the kind of rest that requires the body to actually release. The 15-minute version gets you to the surface, and the hour gets you somewhere underneath. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. The bath that lasted until the water cooled properly. Oh, an hour of nothing required, nothing required. No obligation for the 60 minutes of the warm. Sink and stay, sink and stay. The full version of the care that 15 misses. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. An hour underneath the surface. An hour of the nothing required. An hour of nothing required. An hour. And I came out different. An hour from going in. An hour of nothing required. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. The bath that lasted until the water cooled properly. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. No obligation for the 60 minutes of the warm. Sink and stay, sink and stay. The full version of the care that 15 misses. An hour of nothing required, nothing required. An hour, sink and stay. An hour, nothing required. An hour. Went to a place outside the city for a day to do the things you do at off-site days. The activities designed for collaboration, the conversations designed for vulnerability. I'm not opposed to any of it exactly. The theory of the day is sound enough, but the gap between the theory and the practice is exactly one trust fall in an actual circle. I participated in the spirit of the thing and found one genuine moment in the activities, and ate the lunch with people I don't normally eat with, and drove home having connected approximately. Trust falls and feelings, falls and feelings. The offsite day and all its good intentions. Trust falls and feelings, falls and feelings. The team building that lives between theory and human. All day out, all day out. The facilitated version of connection. Trust falls and feelings, falls and feelings. Off site. The facilitator was good at what she did, and the activities were not as bad as I prepared for. And by the afternoon I'd softened sufficiently to have two conversations that felt real. And I drove home thinking about the two real ones, and whether the trust falls were the price of them, and decided on the bus home that they probably were, and made my peace with the economics of offsite. I participated in the spirit of the thing and found one genuine moment in the activities, and ate the lunch with people I don't normally eat with, and drove home having connected approximately. Trust falls and feelings, falls and feelings. The offsite day and all its good intentions. Trust falls and feelings, falls and feelings. The team building that lives between theory and human. All day out, all day out. The facilitated version of trust falls offside. The two real moments. Trust falls and feelings offside. Worth it offside for the two. Falls and feelings offside. The last time I saw you was a Tuesday afternoon that looked nothing like the last time. We were doing something that felt like middle, not ending, not beginning, just the middle. And I didn't know it was the last of the middles, because last times don't announce themselves as last. They show up as Tuesdays in the middle of things and only become last in retrospect. If I had known, I would have looked differently at the Tuesday afternoon and all its ordinary. I would have tried to take the kind of mental photograph that holds the detail. I didn't know then, that the Tuesday was the last one in the sequence. Didn't know then, that the afternoon was the final afternoon. Last Tuesday, looking just like every other Tuesday. I didn't know then, I didn't know. I said whatever I said at the end of it, something ordinary that fit the Tuesday. And you said something back that fit the Tuesday. And we both went toward the rest of the week, and the rest of the week became the rest of everything. And the Tuesday became the last time I saw you. In the retrospect, that makes last times of Tuesdays that were just Tuesdays when they were happening. Oh, I would've looked differently at the Tuesday afternoon and all its ordinary. I would've tried to take the kind of mental photograph that holds the detail. I didn't know then, that the Tuesday was the last one in the sequence. Didn't know then, that the afternoon was the final day, the 20 minutes where I decompress, the transition between the professional version and the person that I am at home alone. I take the longer wait when I have it, the extra block that adds the extra air, and let the evening process what the day was before I bring it through my own front door. These 20 minutes belong to the in-between, the self that's neither working nor arrived, just walking through the city in the evening, becoming the person who gets to be at home. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk between the office and the door. The best part of the day, part of the day, the decompression nobody assigned me. My time, my steps, my street, the only unscheduled hour in the workday. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk home. I passed the bakery that closes at 6 and smell the end of what was baked this morning, and past the park bench where the regular man sits, and nod the way we nod without a word. And by the time I reach the door of my building, I'm closer to myself than I was at 5. And I unlock the door with something lighter than the weight I left the office carrying. These 20 minutes belong to the in-between, the self that's neither working nor arrived, just walking through the city in the evening, becoming the person who gets to be at home. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk between the office and the door. The best part of the day, part of the day, the decompression nobody assigned me. My time, my steps, my street, the only unscheduled hour in the workday. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk home. The walk home. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk between the office and the door. The best part of the day, part of the day, the decompression nobody assigned me. My time, my steps, my street, the only unscheduled hour in the workday. The best part of the day, part of the day, the walk home. We stood at the door for 20 minutes, long after the conversation had concluded. Neither of us willing to be the one who turned the goodbye into the actual goodbye. I've had goodbyes that were short and administrative, and goodbyes that were long in the way this one was, the kind that both people know the weight of without saying what the weight actually is. At some point one of us would have to go, the practical reality of the door. And the longer we stood there not going, the heavier the going became. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved, the goodbye that was waiting for whoever went first. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. 20 minutes on a doorstep in the cold. And then you did. You were the one who finally said okay, in the way that means I'm going now, not okay. And I nodded in a way that means I know. And you turned and you were gone, and the door was closed. And I stood on my side of it for a while, the way you stand when the warmth has just left. And the air is the temperature of absence, and the room rearranges itself around the fact at some point one of us would have to go. The practical reality of the door. And the longer we stood there not going, the heavier the going became. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. The goodbye that was waiting for whoever went first. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. 20 minutes on a doorstep in the cold. Stay or go, stay or go. The question the goodbye was really asking. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. And then you did it, and then you did the door, and then you did go first, and then you did, and then you did, and I stood there, and then you did after. Neither of us moved, and then you did. Neither of us moved. The goodbye that was waiting for whoever went first. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. 20 minutes on a doorstep in the cold. Stay or go, stay or go. The question the goodbye was really asking. Neither of us moved, neither of us moved. And then you did, and you did. Neither of us moved. Stay or go. And then you did. Neither of us moved. And then you did. I slept for 9 hours without the interruption of the 2 a.m. inventory that usually comes, and woke up somewhere in the middle of the morning. The light that had moved past the early hour. The body had done what the body does when finally given the conditions for surrender. And I lay in the aftermath of the deep sleep, taking stock of the quality of the quiet. 9 hours is the thing that changes everything, not permanently and not as a cure, but as a reset of the particular tired that has been accumulating in the recent weeks. First one in weeks, one in weeks. The sleep that went all the way through without waking. First one in weeks, one in weeks. 9 hours of the actual rest instead of the almost. Wake up slow, wake up slow. The morning that arrives after the real sleep. First one in weeks, one in weeks. Tonight I lay there longer than I needed to, just staying in the quality of the rested, because the rested is temporary, and I know that, and wanted to inhabit it before it passed. The day was waiting with its ordinary content, and I let it wait a little longer than usual, because the person going into it was different from the person who had gone to sleep the night before. 9 hours is the thing that changes everything, not permanently and not as a cure, but as a reset of the particular tired that has been accumulating in the recent weeks. First one in weeks, one in weeks. The sleep that went all the way through without waking. First one in weeks, one in weeks. 9 hours of the actual rest instead of the almost. Wake up slow, wake up slow. The morning that arrives after the real sleep. First one in weeks, one in weeks. Tonight, tonight, do it again. Tonight, 9 hours. whole afternoon with no obligation, and I didn't fill it with the filling things, the things I fill the empty time with usually, to avoid sitting in the empty time directly. I just sat in it and let it be what it was, which is empty in the way that rest is empty, the kind of nothing that is actually something that I've been avoiding without naming the avoidance. By 2 o'clock I started to relax into it, the afternoon and all that's available, nothing. And by 3 I stopped waiting for the next thing and started being in the actual current thing. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon alone without the feeling. I actually enjoyed it, the nothing that turned out to be enough. Just the time, and me inside it without needing it to be more. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon. I read a little and I didn't read a little, and looked out the window without purpose, and made a cup of something at 4 o'clock for no reason except it was 4 o'clock. And somewhere in the purposeless of it, I found something I've been looking for without knowing, which is the feeling of my own company being sufficient for an afternoon. By 2 o'clock I started to relax into it, the afternoon and all that's available, nothing. And by 3 I had stopped waiting for the next thing and started being in the actual current thing. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon alone without the feeling. I actually enjoyed it, the nothing that turned out to be enough. Just the time, and me inside it without needing it to be more. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon, just the time, the afternoon, me inside it. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon, my own company. The afternoon was enough. I actually enjoyed it. The afternoon, I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon alone without the feeling. I actually enjoyed it, the nothing that turned out to be enough. Just the time, and me inside it without needing it to be more. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon, just the time, the afternoon. I actually enjoyed it, the afternoon. The recovery is not the straight line they describe in the places that describe these things. It's the 2 steps that feel like arrival, and the 1 step back that feels like the beginning. I've been in the recovery long enough to know that 1 step back is part of the recovery. Not a failure of the recovery, but the recovery doing what the recovery does in its time. I'm learning to hold the 2 and the 1 together without the 2 canceling the 1 out, without the 1 making the 2 mean nothing. Both of them part of the same slow arriving. 2 steps, 1 back, 1 step back. The recovery that doesn't go in straight lines. 2 steps, 1 back, 1 step back. The progress that includes the setback as the progress. Forward still, despite the step that brings me back a little. reassert the past before it lets the present take more space. And I've stopped fighting the reassertion and started treating it as information. The information that there's more to process before the processing is what I call complete. I'm learning to hold the two and the one together without the two canceling the one out, without the one making the two mean nothing. Both of them part of the same slow arriving. Two steps, then one back, one step back. The recovery that doesn't go in straight lines. Steps, then one back, one step back. The progress that includes the setback as the progress. Forward still, despite the step that brings me back a little. Two steps, then one back, one step back. Still forward, the two and the one, still forward, together. Two steps forward, the one back, still forward. Recovery, still forward. Takes the time it takes. Two steps, then one back. Still forward. Two steps, then one back, one step back. The recovery that doesn't go in straight lines. Two steps, then one back, one step back. The progress that includes the setback as the progress. Forward still, despite the step that brings me back a little. Two steps, then one back, one step back. Still forward, still forward, still forward, still forward. Two steps, then one back, still forward. Two steps, then one back. The strategy has been updated for the new year, and the new year strategy is the previous strategy with new language and a different set of pillars and a refreshed visual identity for the deck. I've been to strategy days in this organization for long enough to map the cycle of the strategy, the new terminology for the existing direction, the rebrand of the thing we were already doing. I take the notes and ask the clarifying questions and leave the day with a clearer understanding of which parts are the old parts in new fonts. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. The annual reconfiguration of the direction. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. The new framework for the existing approach. New words, new deck. The strategy day and its reliable update. Same strategy, different slides. Woo! Different slides. There are parts of the day that are genuinely useful, the section where they share what's actually changing, and the parts of the day that feel like maintenance of the belief that strategy is always being done. And I've come to value both kinds of section, the useful and the maintenance equally, because the maintenance of belief is also work and someone has to do it, and I'm here. I take the notes and ask the clarifying questions and leave the day with a clearer understanding of which parts are the old parts in new fonts. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. The annual reconfiguration of the direction. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. The new framework for the existing approach. New words, new deck. The strategy day and its reliable update. Same strategy, different slides. Woo! Different slide. Again. New deck again. The existing direction. Same strategy, different slides again. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. The annual reconfiguration of the direction. Same strategy, different slides, different slides. A new framework for the existing approach. New words, new deck for strategy day, and it's reliable update. Same strategy, different slides. Woo. Different slides.